All right, everybody, here we are again. Another talking head video, me sitting in at my setup and just talking about Call of Duty, because as you can tell by the I guess the title of the video, I'm a little bit frustrated. Let me just kind of work around my thoughts here, because I wasn't planning on doing a video. I was gonna let the beta sit a little bit. I was gonna play it for a couple days. I was probably gonna play it the entire time and then do another video that said like my thoughts on the beta after 70 hours or 50 hours or something like that. And as many of you know, the beta came out at 12 o'clock today. We hopped on, we streamed, and I got off feeling a little bit defeated, a little bit sad. And I know, listen, you guys are gonna say the same thing over and over. I get it. I'm the Call of Duty is back guy. And you know what? It's kind of funny. It's become a meme at this point. I enjoy it. It makes me laugh every time I say it. But if you didn't get a chance to read my review or watch my review of the Black Ops 7 game after I played it at COD Next, I would highly recommend you go back and say that, because a lot of people, again, keep calling me shill, but then they don't actually watch the video and they say, oh, you said that Call of Duty's back. I'm like, dude, it's a joke, man. Like, just relax. So, number one, if I sound a little weird on this video, I do apologize. Like I said, I had just gotten back from Las Vegas, woke up, sweats, the whole thing, and we got the COD bug, of course. Now, somebody has to get it every time, and your boy got it. Not what I was looking forward to today, but it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. This is the job. We got to play COD. We got to figure it out. We got to dominate. Let's go into this beta. We played it for about 4 hours. Obviously, I have probably about 10 hours into Black Ops 7 already since we've made this video. And because we played 3-4 hours during COD Next, we played about 2 hours prior on the day before on the tech test, and I have about 4 hours or 3.5 hours in the beta today. So I think that's 10 hours. Now, if you're like me and you're watching the stream, you could probably hear it in my voice that I was just like, man, here is my thoughts right now after playing this beta. This game at its core is a fun Call of Duty. It really is. The game feels like it's fun. The movement to me feels pretty solid. I like the wall bouncing. I really love that. The guns feel really good. Like using some of the ARs, I felt like the one that looks like the Rampart felt really fun. I think the levels are 50 times better than Black Ops 6 levels. It's not even close. And so you put all those things together, weapons good, maps good, you know, kill streaks are good. Obviously today we tried to get the dog streak with every gun in the beta. If you saw the thumbnail, we got 3 guns done. And the reason for that is the typical conversation that we're about to have again. And I feel like I'm going crazy. I do. I feel like that old head that's just like yelling at the sky or yelling at the clouds, and it's like, dude, just get over it. But we played this beta today, and I'm not gonna lie to you, my COD Next lobbies were less difficult. Playing against Scump and Swag and World Series of Warzone players, my lobbies felt easier to get kills than this beta. Now, I understand it's an early access beta. I understand that it was 12 o'clock. So people that were playing this game were literally people that either didn't have a job, or they were, you know, younger kids, cracked out, the whole thing. I totally get that. But there's something telling to me with this matchmaking system in Call of Duty that I, at this point, think it's gonna slowly kill this franchise. I really do. And this is just me coming out saying what I feel. Obviously, people always say I'm sponsored and all this. I tweeted it out multiple times. I said I'm 10 minutes into the beta right now, and I can confirm SBMM is definitely a thing. And so let me go down a little rabbit hole here, because I kept getting a bunch of different comments when we were live today. It was, first, this game looks terrible. It looks like a mobile game. Second, this game made me pre-order Battlefield 6, this gameplay. I don't know if that's a shot at me or the game itself. And 3, hey, I just played the beta for a couple games and I'm already off. I already deleted it. I'm done. I can't play this game. It's so sweaty. And those 3 things, I think, are, I cannot believe Call of Duty is not addressing this. I cannot believe it. One of the things that I noticed, Ghost of Hope had tweeted, very well-known leaker, you know, grain of salt leak, disbanding lobbies might be coming, or non-disbanding lobbies might be coming to Black Ops 7. Obviously, I thought it might be the one more thing announcement at COD Next, and it wasn't, like we said in the last video. And I just cannot believe it. I think that this game is gonna fall victim to itself. I don't think that there is a better game out there right now. I'm being dead serious. I don't think Battlefield 6 is a better game than Black Ops 7. I think Black Ops 7 at its core is a more fun game. I think people now are so frustrated of feeling like they're in some sort of system or some sort of matchmaking manipulation that they would go and play Battlefield, maybe a game that's just not as good. I mean, listen, I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't think it's as good as everybody's saying it is, but they would rather play that maybe a little bit less of a from a mechanical standpoint. Call of Duty just always has a better mechanical standpoint, movement wise and gunplay wise, but they would rather play it because people were telling me that Battlefield feels more like Call of Duty than Call of Duty does. And so I think when I was playing today, I was just so frustrated because I was playing people that it felt like they were CDL pros. And listen, I'm out there just trying to have fun. Like, I get it. I'm not trying to beat up on lower skilled people. I get that argument. But the fact that you have to try so hard every single game just should not be a thing. It should not be a thing. That was the biggest thing that I enjoyed about the Battlefield 6 beta, was the ability to just walk in. One game you might do really well, and the next game you might do absolutely terrible because you're getting destroyed. There was that mix and match of everything that was going on in the game. And here's my thoughts. Actually, my thoughts are all over the place again too. But the comments that I were getting, going back to the skill-based matchmaking, is they were just fed up. And I don't understand how every single person has this same thought. Like, is every person that is saying skill-based matchmaking is through the roof? Are we just getting these lobbies that are just so cranked that we don't see that point? Like, are we all in the 1%, or is everybody getting better at video games now, that where it's just like, hey, even the worst player is actually pretty decent? So you're never going to run into a guy that's just like looking up at the sky and has no idea what's going on. And so that's what I'm starting to think about a little bit. Like, maybe there's just not bad people out there, but then you see people two-boxing and VPNing, and you're like, wait a second, there's a lot of bad people out there. And so let me offer some suggestions here, because I think going through and just complaining about something is never going to fix the issue. Number one, let me just go over a quick bullets of the beta for me right now. I feel like the TTK is way too fast. Now, if you don't know what TTK is, it's kind of like the time to kill. So I feel like this game is on like COD Ghost level. Apparently it was supposed to be the same as Black Ops 6. There is no way. I mean, I was dying instantaneously, whether it was an SMG, an AR, I was dying so quick. So TTK, when you have a high TTK or a quick TTK alongside a high SBMM, it makes the game almost unplayable, because you get into these gunfights, and if they're the better player and they see you first, you're dead. There's no like, oh, I started getting hit, but then I, shrugged it off a little bit, made a move, and then I came back and fired at him, and then he died because I was able to hit more shots. If you die in 4 bullets, you could be the worst player in the world. You're going to win gunfights that you shouldn't win just because of how quickly you kill somebody. So I think that's a major issue in the beta. It almost felt quicker than, I'm telling you, this build almost feels different than the COD Next build. I felt like this build was a little bit different almost. It feels like it was quicker TTK than the COD Next. And like I said, the lobbies seem sweatier. So I think we should be definitely upping how quick it takes, or how fast it takes to kill somebody. I think that could probably go up, maybe 2 or 3 bullets. I feel like right now we're at Ghost, and we need to get like to BO1 levels, not BO4. BO4 was way too much. 150 is way too much, but like BO1 is like the sweet spot in my opinion. And so TTK, I think, is a problem. Second problem I see is the doors. I know that they said that the doors were this, they were getting rid of them and they were less, and the doors were more like BO4. I feel like there's more doors in this game than there was in BO6. And the doors, to me, should just let them be open. I don't know what the current COD developers have obsessions with doors. I don't know if it's just like some sort of mechanic that they think is bringing some sort of new combat where you're like, okay, I gotta play around the door. It's like, no. Just get rid of the doors completely. Just have them be open doors at this point. Not doors, like just open walls. We don't need doors. We don't. I think that's another thing that just like, it's just frustrating. Like when you sneak up on somebody, like you're flanking them, and then they go through a door, the door shuts, and then you open the door because it's like one of those automatic doors, and then they hear it, and then they can turn around and kill you. It's like, I played better. I outsmarted you. I flanked you. But because there's an audio cue with the door, you now win the gunfight, especially with the TTK being so quick. They just have to turn around and fire and they're good. So no doors, TTK, bump it up to Black Ops 1 level. And lastly, the matchmaking. Actually, not lastly, there's one more thing that I want to talk about. Thirdly, the matchmaking. I think you have to say something about the matchmaking, and maybe they are testing. This is a beta, remember. Maybe they are testing this matchmaking to see what the retention level is. Are people deleting the game? Are people not playing this beta as much as other betas? And then they're going to go and announce something. Like, I still think that there's hope for that. I really do. I think that they are trying to see how much Battlefield 6 is kind of winning, or if they're doing well compared to what they used to do. Like, you know, Battlefield 2042 versus Vanguard. Despite Vanguard being one of people's worst CODs, Vanguard destroyed 2042. So I think if the gap is kind of closed, I still expect Call of Duty to outsell Battlefield. But if that gap is closer than they want it to be, will they actually come out and be like, hey guys, we saw the feedback from the beta. You guys said you didn't enjoy the matchmaking. We've actually implemented a new system. Now, am I on copium there? 1000%. But I think they just have to do something. I know this is like the same conversation. I feel like an idiot. I really do. Because I know somebody's going to comment down below like, look at this guy. He's saying matchmaking. He wants to just beat up on bad players. No, I think the matchmaking has to protect new players. But at the same time, it has to loosen up the pool of, like, let me try to explain this. So like the really new player, he plays till like he gets to like a level like here. And then once he gets to here, he gets thrown into the pool that's like this wide, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe that other than that. Now, there's obviously your 0.1%, but you can't punish the 0.1% for being good at your game. You have to let them enjoy it a little bit. So I think that there needs to be this balance of protect the new people, but people that are COD veterans and that they're super sweats, there needs to be this matchmaking differential, just like Battlefield had, where one game you could be really good, dominating, and in the next game, you're just getting absolutely torched, because that is what it's based on. It's based on connection, and it's not based on rank. Rank is ranked. Now, I know I hear people say this all the time. You know, I've been saying this about Call of Duty for years. They don't listen. But I feel like this time they actually have competition. I think people are talking about Arc Raiders. I think people are talking about Battlefield. Obviously, with GTA coming out next year, there's going to be people playing other games. It's just that simple. But I think Call of Duty only has to do these minor tweaks and they would be looked at so much better. That's what I don't understand. That's why I'm so frustrated. It's like, you could just acknowledge this, and I'm telling you, you guys would be looked at like the saviors of Call of Duty if Treyarch came out and said something. So again, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I just think that those three things are going to really hurt the game. And then the fourth is simply, I said this to a developer, guys. I said it to him. I said this in my previous review. This game is going to get looked at as a DLC. When you put two games back to back, Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7, just like MW2 and MW3, people are going to go, it's the same game. It's the same game, just with a futuristic skin. There were so many people saying that in my chat today. Now, I think that they're wrong. I think there's a lot different with this game. But if you're looking for the casual dollar, they're probably not going to spend it this year, because they're just going to be like, this is the same game. And so that's another frustrating thing, is like, why are we doing these back-to-back games? Who thought that was a good idea? Back in the golden age, which again, now is like 13 years ago, each game had their own identity. Yes, they were similar, but you had a break in between. Like MW2 OG to MW3, they were the same. You look at them, people would go, these are the same game. But there was a break in between with a Black Ops title. So it looked like there was a change. Like MW2 to BO1 to MW3 to BO2, those are some massive changes. But MW2 to MW3, despite really good changes, not enough. And BO6 to BO7, despite really good changes, it probably is not going to be enough. So am I still going to enjoy this game this year? I'm going to try. I'm going to camo grind it, and we'll see where it's at the end of the beta. I think we're gonna really see what Call of Duty is about if Battlefield does better than they think it does and the beta doesn't go as well as they maybe think it will. So other than that, I mean, I know I'm ranting, but I really feel like I want to know your guys' opinion. Am I just this old man that's just like, I played back in the golden age? Am I just shouting up at the clouds at this point? Am I not even the demographic of Call of Duty anymore? Are they now reaching, are they just going for the high speed TikTok kids that are 18, 19 years old, and the people that are 30 plus got to move on to Battlefield because that's just the way it is? Maybe that's what's happening. And again, just being transparent, I got off that beta just like kind of sad. I'm like, man, why is it every time that they have a really good product, they have to like have one thing that's just like, oh, come on, dude, fix that, please. So where will we be at the end of this? I don't know. But, you know, hey, we're going to keep creating content. Listen, this channel, like I said millions of times, is still going to have Call of Duty stuff. I just don't know if it'll be in this year's game, like fully, and we'll continue to do our old school COD stuff. Or we'll, you know, they turn it around and things happen and we'll be able to camo grind a lot easier than being in the sweatiest lobbies of all time. I don't know. Also, if you want to subscribe to my second channel, I got a really good video coming out soon on the second channel. It's T-Dog 2. It's where I play other games. Just a quick plug. If you made it this far, you're a true fan, so I appreciate it. Okay, guys, 18-minute rant done. I just finished the beta, or playing the beta, so I wanted to talk to you guys. Obviously, hopefully you made it this far, but if you did, let me know in the comments. Like, what are you thinking? What do you think about BO7, Battlefield 6, all that good stuff? And again, thank you for your support, man. All the support is just greatly appreciated. If you can, leave a like, share this video, and hopefully changes will be made, man. I'm not holding my breath though. I'm not holding my breath. All right, see you in the next video.